What is up, everyone? Welcome to the stream tonight. We are going back at it. We're doing Jak Daxter. We're starting from the beginning because I don't remember what the fuck is going on in my other game. And it doesn't matter. We're here to break the world record in how slowly can one person finish Jak Daxter the Precursor Legacy for the PlayStation 2, but being played right now on Open Goal on my PC without a single death. Now, I'm doing my best to get through a no-death run, having fun. It's taking me some time. We're coming up on... Oh, man. I started in December, so we're good. We're making some progress. And, yeah, it's been lots of fun. But, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I am not a gamer. I don't have the time or the energy to devote to that type of thing. That's not fair. It's not that I'm not a gamer. I am not a hardcore gamer. I really enjoy playing games. I am decently good at them as far as, like, normies. Like, I can beat pretty much anyone in my family and my family growing up, in my family now. Like, I can beat my kids. I can kick my kid's ass in Mario Kart. You have no idea. I mean, the oldest one is 8, so, you know. Gauge the level of challenge as you will. But, like, I'm decent. I'm not bad. But I'm also, like, I'm nowhere near what these people who are on here, you know, practicing, dedicating time and energy and effort to it. Or I'm not close to that. I'm just not. And that's okay. I'm working on other things right now. Trying to, you know, learn domestic skills and be a better husband and father, that type of stuff. So, gaming is a fun hobby. It's not my passion. That's not true. I'm very passionate about it. I love gaming. I think it's so fun. But it's not something I'm going to spend, like, you know, time and energy and effort into really perfecting. It's just a hobby. And, you know, gives me the chance to be here with all you fine folks. So, so we're just taking the time. We're going through Jak Daxter. I'm at a point where, like, I'm still 90% sure that I can do this. And it seems like any day could be the day that I actually get through it and I, you know, beat that precursor robot. Catch that light ego. And finish the game with 0 deaths. I'm looking forward to that moment. But, you know, hasn't happened yet. We'll get there. I'm going to keep crying. Yeah. I will cry a lot, probably. You have no idea the tears that come after a stream. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep going at it. I'm going to keep grinding. We'll get there. We will get there. And then, my friends, all of you, will get to bear witness to the time when you saw this random dad on the internet finish a game that he had spent months playing. It's going to be a historic moment. You can tell your kids about it. I mean, trust me, if they're anything like my kids, they already think you're weird. So, I don't see any harm in, you know, just adding a little fuel to the fire. I've got my mic gain maybe up just a little bit too loud. Maybe just a bit too close to my mouth. I'm hitting the red there a lot. I'm peeking. I'm peeking like it's Christmas Eve. But anyway, so that's a brief introduction to me and my stream. And by brief, I mean, you know, coming on 5 minutes now if we ignore the intro time. Sorry, it was a little bit of a long intro today for those of you that were here waiting. My had an update for Open Goal. The launcher had an update available, so I just went ahead and downloaded that real quick while you all waited. I knew you wouldn't mind. You guys are so great. I appreciate it. For those of you who may be watching the VOD at a later date, because that's a thing that some people do, apparently, I'm laughing because there are 0 viewers. So, really, the people that are so kind and awesome, that's you. I'm talking to you directly right now, Steve. Thank you. How are the wife and kids, Steve? I think it's ironic. Like, one of the things that drives me most crazy about being a parent is that my kids, they don't listen, they don't change when they're doing something wrong, even when they know that there's a better way to do it. If they've been doing something for long enough, they'll just keep doing it the way that they know is worse and harder for them. And sorry, one sec. Oh yeah, nice bright blue light. That's great. Professional streamer right here, folks. I have a second light for the other side, so I'm not like half in shadow. But
you gotta bring in the cops for the drill right now.
Right now, the stand that it came with is too short to go over my monitor. I've got a smaller monitor on my right that I'm using for OBS and just like miscellaneous stuff, managing the music on YouTube. Everything that I'm doing off screen is on my smaller monitor. It's like a 24-inch on the right, and everything on. And I just got the main monitor, reserved for gameplay, because that's what I care about. I care about playing the game and sharing it with you all. But that's, again, that's where we're at. So, the stand reaches over the small monitor, and that's not up against the wall, so I can put it back a little further. But my larger monitor, my 32-inch, it doesn't reach over that. So, I need either... I'll probably end up 3D printing a solution for that. I'll probably end up doing something like either a clamp system for it to clamp on top of the desk with like an extension rod, or maybe just like some basic feet for it that can raise it up a few inches. I still have the problem of not... I want the light to be a little further away. I don't want it to be right on me because it's a little harsh. But I don't know. I'm also not a lighting guy. I don't know shit. I'm just trying things to see what works. But the point is, kids, you know, they don't listen. They don't change things even when they know there's a better way. If they've got the habit down, they just keep doing it. It used to really bug me. Really bug me. I like watch my kids do the same, like you know, when they do kid things like spend half an hour to an hour procrastinating cleaning their room because they can't play video games until they clean their room, but they don't feel like cleaning their room, so they're just gonna kind of whine and mope and lay around and like, oh, I'm getting to it, for more time than it would take them to just do the thing to get what they want. And that used to frustrate the fuck out of me. Like, I'm trying to be a lot more patient as a parent, and I'm doing a lot better. I'm not as prone to, like, just yelling at my kids or blowing up at them over little things. I'm trying to remember to, like, see them as humans, and that's the point that I'm getting to right now. I know I'm taking a long time to get there, but you didn't come here to watch me stream because I am not long-winded. Like, if you're here, it's because... God damn, couldn't get that fucker. It's because you want to listen to someone talk, I assume. You want to watch someone play a game, you want to hear what they have to say. Whether or not you agree with them, or if you're hate watching, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. As far as I'm concerned, the draw that Twitch has for me, that streaming has for me in general, is, you know, listening to another person talk while they play a game. It's like hanging out, you know? When you were a kid, or at least when I was a kid, middle school and high school, like, I would play games with my friends, and sometimes I had a friend who didn't have a great time with his parents. He would come over and be at our house basically every weekend. He would stay, when we were younger, I would get him to stay over Friday night or Saturday night, and we would hang out and play video games, just sometimes chat, sometimes just play, whatever. Then when we got older, it was pretty much just all weekend. He kind of just lived at our house most of the time, for a while. Things changed for a lot of different reasons. That doesn't matter. Point is, he was there all the time. And for me, streaming is like that. I get to come, I get to have a few friends around. We hang out, sometimes we chat, sometimes we're just here playing. But you know, I'm hanging out in the living room. I'm playing games with you guys, so that's streaming for me. And my job here, as the streamer, as I see it, is just not let things get too boring. So either doing something fun in the game that's engaging enough to keep the attention that anybody who's watching can just hop right in and be like, oh, look at that, that's cool. And if that's the case, you know, I can chill off a little bit. I can focus on the gameplay. I don't have to worry about talking or saying things that somebody might find useful or interesting or funny or whatever. I can just let the gameplay speak for itself. When I'm doing shit like this, which is basically just repetitive grinding, my job, as I see it, is to be the entertainment. And you know, I'm working on that. Obviously, I got a ways to go. I'm still new to streaming, and it's been a long time since I've done any real, like, public speaking. It used to be something that I thought I had a pretty good talent for. I had to do a lot in my church growing up, so I got pretty good at it. So yeah, kids, you know? I'm gonna keep coming back to the story. I will eventually finish it. So they don't change things, even when they know it's good for them. Even if I've told them explicitly, like, hey, it's going to be better for you if you do it X way instead of Y way. Wow, that was terrible timing. They don't change. They just keep doing things the way they do because that's what they know, right? And I'm like, man, they're so dumb sometimes. Because, yeah, I'm a good dad. And then I realized, like, that's exactly what I'm doing with this stream. Like, I know there are things that I should be doing to get better, to actually accomplish my goal of, you know, having a no-death run. I need to put in hours. I need to watch people that are better than me. I need to listen to tips and advice. And I need to work at getting better. Clearly, again, we're in the 3rd month. I started the end of December, it's the beginning of March, so we're not at 3 months, but we are in the 3rd month of me attempting this. It's not something I'm just going to, like, waltz through and, oh, yay, I got this. Ha. Basically, I'm using this stream time as my practice time at this point because I don't want to put in the time and the work to actually go learn and put in hours other places and do all that stuff. So, like, I am doing exactly what my kids do. And in general, if I think about it more, hopefully on a balanced way and unbiased and with a little bit of charity towards myself, I'm also pretty sure that's just like a human thing. We're very good at getting into routines and patterns, and just changing that is very difficult. Oh, thought that guy was going to get me. So I'm trying to take a step back when I get frustrated with my kids, when I'm frustrated with lack of growth or change, or when they don't do everything I ask them to immediately, or they don't. I say, hey, you know, I've noticed this problem. Can we just make a change? I'm trying to be less demanding, less exigent, and less intransigent. When things don't go exactly as I want, exactly as fast as I want, because they're humans too. I've got 30 some odd years of experience on this earth, and I still manage to fuck things up pretty bad. So I guess I can have some patience and some grace for them when they do, considering the oldest one is 8. Punchline of the story is kids are people. Who would have thought? Okay, I haven't done the fishing. I am so zoned out. I don't even know what's happening in the game. Also, I feel like the music got super loud, so if anybody's in here and is like, whoa, what's the dude just blasting? God damn it. Can I talk to you again, please? Can we start this over? I'd like to be your friend, Fisher. I guess if you'll talk to me if I'm on that side of you. Alright, let's get those fish. Let's get those fish.
Here comes a big one.
Those fucked up eyes. Also, it's a really weird spot to be fishing, right at the bottom of a waterfall. Although, like, I'm no real life fisherman. I've been once or twice. I don't know that I've ever even caught a fish, though. I don't remember ever catching a fish. Feels like the kind of thing I'd remember. But who the fuck knows? Human brains are stupid. As I was just talking about. We're good at getting into a habit and sticking with it even when we know we shouldn't. Point is, I've never caught a fish. Maybe, right underneath a waterfall is a great place to fish. Maybe you get these fish that are just like, you know, stupid, because humans are stupid. Fish can be stupid too. And maybe they get caught up in like the current and they just get kind of washed downstream with the waterfall, and you know.
Here comes a big one. Hold steady.
Fuck. That would have ended it. Oh well, still got it. So maybe right at the base of a waterfall is a perfect place to catch fish, because then they're all like dazed and confused, and I know when I'm dazed, I want a snack. So I'm gonna be looking for like some bait, you know, snack in every sense of the word. No, I'm just being stupid. Let's see. Yeah, that tower. Fuck you, turtle boy. That was unnecessarily aggressive. That poor turtle boy. Alrighty then. So I'm a full-time dad right now. And I haven't quite got it down yet, you know, like I'm doing my best, I'm learning as I go, and I'm just like, I was raised fortunately with some domestic skills, like I had to do chores and I had to help cook a meal occasionally. I can read a recipe, I can do that kind of shit, and you know, like I'm not helpless. But I definitely didn't have like extensive training in like how to keep a house tidy and clean, and how to schedule your time, and how to do all that kind of stuff to get everything you need to done. Because like it's not easy. It's not easy managing a house and keeping things clean and organized and getting the kids to where they need to be and getting dinner ready and meal planned and grocery shopping done and help with homework and dentist appointments and eye doctors and annual physicals and all that shit. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. And it's not just like a full-time job. It's several full-time jobs. It's, you know, a maid and a chef and a therapist for when your kids are sad, and a full-time nanny and a plumber when they stick everything down the drain, and you know, it's, you get my point. It's a very god damn, this music is good. Maybe that's just in my headphones. Hopefully it's just in my headphones. I hope you can still hear me over the electric rose. That was the song I was playing when I first started. I'm sure it's a different song by now, but I think the name of the album is Rose. It's again an album by Harris Heller, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Mainly again just because I know he creates his shit specifically to be used by streamers. It's not going to be copyright claimed, and I can just pick an album and go, and I haven't put a lot of research or thought into it. So, again, the same basic strategy as with my streaming and with my gameplay. I got to a point that it works, and I don't really want to put in the effort necessary to change things. I have music, I've got background music, and I don't really have the time and energy to put into making it better right now. But, hey, it is there. Which is better than it was a few months ago. Started with some very bare bones streams back in December on Christmas. Well, I mean, I started on Christmas Eve, but it didn't work. It just didn't work. So, does that even count as a stream? But my Christmas stream and up through early January are up on my YouTube channel. Half Baked Skeptic on YouTube. You can go check me out there as well. It's this completely unedited, just straight up copy from Twitch and put down onto to YouTube. Feel free to go watch it. Give me a like, give me a follow, whatever.
Yeah, bring in the cops for the jury.
Leave a comment for the algorithm. But yeah, no, mostly I do this to be like background noise for people. I know I enjoy just like listening to people talk. Gives me that sense of human connection that we're all longing for, you know. I feel like we have we're at an interesting time where I think more and more people are feeling isolated. I think we have the internet, which is fantastic and a great way to communicate and a great way to broaden your horizons, learn about new things, new people, new places, all of that shit, while never leaving the safety of your home. And the problem is that, like, you still feel removed from people. It doesn't matter like how many people you're talking to online. It's not the same as like a good, genuine conversation in person. And that might be like one of my like boomer takes ever, but like, I'm telling you guys, I worked in customer service for arguably my entire career, but what I'm specifically referring to, where I'm taking calls from the public, as my job, not 20%, but as my main job, I worked in customer service for probably about 4 years, more if you count my retail at Target, so as customer service. Like, I dealt with people regularly as my job from the time I was 16 till I was, mid-20s. And I spent 2 years of that on a church mission where my job was to go knock on doors and talk to people in person and get them to talk about God. So, very public, very face-to-face, very person-to-person type of thing. And you might think, being like a 20-year-old white kid in a foreign country, barely speaks the language and just learning, and going around as that, white kid who barely speaks the language, trying to tell people like, hey, you know about God? Because I know about God, and I'm here to teach you about God. So come talk to me about God, and why your God and what you believe about him is wrong, and what I believe is right. Come join my church. Yeah, I did that for 2 years. You might think that gets some pretty negative results, and yeah, occasionally it did. It was in Argentina, not in the U.S., so like, I only had a gun pulled on me one time. But, and it was the kind of thing where, like, it was kind of scary in the moment, but it passed quickly. And it wasn't like, okay, to be clear, when I say I had a gun pulled on me, it wasn't like it was pointed at my face. It was the dude who was yelling at us to get off his doorstep, don't ever ring his doorbell again, and he was showing us that he had a gun. It was not pointed at us. So, still very scary, but it's the kind of thing that's not traumatic. It's not like the experiences that people have had that are much worse. But yeah, that's pretty much as bad as it got. Was people sometimes annoyed, sometimes people wanted to, tell us, oh no, you're wrong, my God is the right one. And generally people politely decline. Sometimes people like try to avoid you and like, dude, I get it, no worries. That makes perfect sense. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. So in person, people are generally pretty understanding and kind because, honestly, my best guess is like, you are looking at another human in the face. It is impossible for you to forget this is another person. You are dealing with another being with thoughts and feelings and a life and emotions, and even though you're not consciously processing all that, your brain recognizes this thing in front of you as another person. I worked at Target in retail, and retail sucks. It's really bad. Like, especially when you're at like a minimum wage job where your bosses are like honestly just barely above minimum wage, but yeah, they've got that authority over you, so they're definitely going to exercise it because that's what they got. I had some pretty dickweed bosses, and I've had some really good bosses. You find everybody there, and you find your people. You land where you feel comfortable, and there were some great people at the Target that I worked at. It was a smaller one, so basically everyone on the team knew each other, with the exception of like the guys who came in like 4 a.m. to unload freight every day. You'd meet them occasionally. Sometimes they'd stay late and you'd catch them as you're coming in for opening shifts and stuff. But oh man, there's this guy on freight. His name was Diego. Tight guy. We got along really well in Francisco. That was after I'd been in Argentina, so like I already spoke fluent Spanish. Like the dudes in the back that spoke Spanish and we got along great. We made jokes and we just chat in Spanish, and everybody's kind of, slightly pissed off because like they feel like they're being excluded from the conversation. I'm like, yeah, you fucking are. I'm not gonna lie, that was part of the fun. It's like we were talking about the same shit we would have talked about in English, but we're speaking a different language. You don't know. Yeah, we were dicks. I was a dick. These guys were probably like, I was early 20s at the time, and these guys were probably 10 years older than me, early 30s probably, so at the time seemed like, the grown-ups in the room. But, God, now that I'm here, I don't feel like a grown-up yet. Anyway, so in person, both like knocking doors to talk about church and working retail, like most people at least try to be restrained. They try to keep a lid on the crazy, even if they're mad, even if they're going to complain. Like most people keep it mostly in check. And again, this was in early 2010s, so things might be much worse for people at retail now. If I were to judge by how things are online, I would say things have gotten significantly worse, but the point that I'm getting to is online is not real life. As much as you can continue relationships and things like that there, online relationships are just inherently different. Not always worse. They can be great people. Some of my best friends I just basically only interact with via text message and stuff, which is the same thing. It's just online, but like we have that connection outside of it as well. So it's not exactly the same. But my point is that you need some of that actual person-to-person contact, I think, to continue kind of my rambly story. I then worked for a couple years as basically a stockbroker for a financial services company, and at the time, I was on the customer service line. Clients would call, they have a question about their statement or needed help placing a trade, or I want to move money, I need a new debit card, whatever. I was on the call center for a financial services company. I was licensed to buy and sell, yada yada, blah blah blah. And I mean, regardless of really age or income or anything like that, you get like people of every type at every income level, at every age level. There are trends for sure about which age group is most likely to ask for a manager or just like be pissy about things that are just completely outside of your control, and they know are outside your control, but like they're frustrated, so you're gonna hear about it. There are certainly trends, but you get them in every category. In every group, there's no hard and fast rule. But what I will say is I did notice, and maybe not while I was working the phones in the call center, because it was the next stage that really kind of put things into stark relief, I guess. The contrast was biggest. Okay, so on the phone, people are more likely to treat you worse than they would if you were in person. Obviously, I'm not breaking any new ground. This is all stuff that we all know. Well, I don't know about that, but it's not that it's not like, again, it's not news. It's not. I'm not discovering something that is not a known phenomenon. The further away from human interaction you get, the worse experience you're typically going to have. And that was really really shown into stark relief for me when I started working on their incoming chat customer service, chat and email. Email wasn't too bad because most of it was just like transactional shit. Be like, hey, I want to do XYZ, please do this for me, and we would be like, hey, yeah, sure, it's done, or yeah, we can't take those instructions via email. Like, people are like, hey, I want to place trades. I want you to place the trades for me, and I'm going to give you an email. It's like, no, there's no fucking way, dude. That's not a thing that's going to happen. Call or place a trade online. You're already logged into your own account. You can place the trades on your account. You're fine, bro. But like that, again, email is mostly just transactional. But chat, man. People treat you like shit over chat. Like you are not a human to them anymore. You are a robot that they are dealing with. Like they don't use full sentences. They don't try to be polite. They don't hide. Like if they're frustrated, you're gonna get a fuck you right in the chat. Like that would never happen on the phone call when I was there, but like happen in chat all the time. Also got the crazies in chat. Like people would, hey, one guy chat in and tell us all about how he was the reason that the stock market went up over the past couple months, and he based out the billions and billions in value that he created by making the stock market go up. He wanted his check, and why hadn't we sent him his check yet? Like, we promised him a check for making the market go up, and he made it go up, and where was his check? And like, we thought it was a joke at first, but like, the dude was like deadly serious. Like getting pissed, and like, you know, your customer service reps, you don't really have the authority to like hang up on the crazies until it gets like to either an absurd or a dangerous level. And like, we're just trying to like help. And like, as the person in chat, like as the customer service rep, you know this dude's just crazy, but you have to figure out how to like act like you're still trying to help, because this chat is probably going to be read by a supervisor, and you have to at least seem like you're trying to take it seriously, even though like everybody involved knows that this is not a serious conversation and not a serious person. You have to treat it like it is, and you get these crazies and like the worst. It was so bad because we didn't get a choice. Like our username was our first name and then like our last initial, and that's fine for like me and most people on my chat team, but like honestly the women on there got fucked because like guys got creepy on chat, like, and they'd be like, oh, so you're, and like we'd have to tell them what center we were in, like the major city, and it's like, oh, so you're in Denver, okay, ANGS, okay, well, you've been very nice to me, Andrew. Like obviously it's chat, I'm putting some emphasis in there that maybe wasn't there, and then they start like hinting like, oh, maybe I'll have to take a trip out to Denver and try to come see you, and like not ending the chats. Like, again, people don't treat you like humans. For men and for everybody really, it was just, again, they treat you like a robot, like a chatbot, whatever, and you know, there's some pissiness, but then the women also got borderline harassed to occasionally sometimes actually harassed, and I felt bad for them. That just sucked. And like, in fairness to this company, like anytime that they felt uncomfortable or like things were getting too personal, like they would have your back if you was like, hey, either we keep it professional or I will end this chat. Like, they had their back for stuff like that, so that's good, but like, it's just it was an unfortunate reality of the situation. Like, it happened, and it happened, I'm not going to say frequently, but I will say regularly. Like, it just, shit happened, and it sucked. I moved from chat to like an internal help desk position type thing, where I was the person that the customer service reps would call when they couldn't figure out how to help clients, things like that. So a better role. I would much rather work with somebody at the same company as me rather than like our client most of the time, because I mean, frankly, typically our goals and our understandings and our experiences aligned better. We understood what the other people were talking about. We were more willing to work together, and like we just knew better how things worked together. So like, plus like, honestly, part of it was because I'm kind of a slacker, and like at that, for most of the issues then, they weren't my issues. I was helping somebody else with their issue. My issue was to help you solve their issues. Yo, what's up, Teresa? How you doing? So it was nice in that world. That, like, you got to work with people on your team. You still got to solve problems, but it wasn't awful. Hey, I'm good. How are you doing? Good. Welcome to the chat. To the stream, I guess. You know, it's going all right. I'm a streamer for a few months, just trying to play through Jak Daxter. It's been fun, though. I was just saying earlier, I got to start practicing and actually, you know, eventually finish my goal. I'm trying to go through the game with no deaths, and I've been trying for like 3 months. So I need to put some more time into actually learning how to play this game, apparently. Oh. But anyways, I was just going through kind of my, started off as just a story about how people treat you worse with each level of removed you are from seeing them in person generally. I don't stream daily. I'll stream probably every other day, or maybe once every... I'll take 2 days off. I get tired. I'm an old guy. I'm in my 30s. But I stream occasionally. It's mostly just like a side hobby for me right now. So I'm playing through an old game that I played when I was a kid. I'm just having fun and occasionally meeting new people, having a good chat. So thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Makes it more fun for me. Hopefully I'm not too boring. Thanks. What have you been up to? Done anything exciting lately? I say that because my life's boring. I stay at home all day. Alright. Also, I love how derpy these birds are. Like, they look cool as a group, but then you look at any individual bird and their flight makes no sense. They run right into the towers, they get stuck in walls, it's great. These birds are becoming my favorite part. Probably because I see them every day that I start a new round. Alright, snake boy. Yeah, so I'm from Colorado. I'm in the Denver area. How about you? Nice. I love California. My grandparents lived in San Diego, so I'd go out there most summers. It was really fun. Really good time. Oh, I should have come up here. I went the wrong way. But I don't get out there as much anymore. Hard to go across the country with a family of 6. Oh, nice. What part? Well, never mind. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so I have 4 kids, and I'm currently a stay-at-home dad. That's my life story right now. My wife had a side business while I was working. It kind of exploded, which is now her main business, which is more than full-time. So we kind of switched roles, and that's our fun story. But, okay, cool, yeah. My grandparents lived out by the point, and then I had my other grandparents were Marietta, so further north. Oh shit, why did I come down? See, I just don't know. That's my problem. 'Cause I don't pay attention and I just do stupid things. It's a good thing I'm not a speedrunner. of these times I'm gonna commit and skip this island. I feel like I could probably make it. Just feels like a long jump though. Alright, let's blow up some barrels. Crates, whatever they are. Oh, I missed that first one. Thought I got it with that first button. Nope. There we go. Is that in? I can't ever tell. It's stupid eco. Ah, got it. Blow up the bird. Hi, Sharky. Please don't eat me. Hi, Sharky. Good boy. Oh, now I wish my dog were here. He's nothing bad happened. He's in the other room. I came out sadder than I meant to. Sorry. Anyway, basically the point of my story boils down to I think people are generally try to be good to other people. I think that it's just easy to sometimes forget that the other people we're dealing with are also people. I think it's so easy when there's technology involved, layers involved. You don't see people's faces, things like that. It's easy to feel like disconnected, and I think that's it's an issue. Mainly because I haven't taken the time to do that stuff. I've got lots of ideas for things I want to add to my channel and things I want to do better, but again, I've been streaming for a few months, and I get a couple nights a week where, after the kids are in bed, I have enough energy left to get on and play. But trying to dedicate time to like actually making this channel better just feels like a lot of work that is tiring, and I don't get to, honestly. But it's a good idea, and it is something I should put more time and effort into. But someday. My youngest is 3, and he's just a handful right now, and my oldest is 8, and we have 4 in that spread, so it's busy all the time. So right now this is just kind of a side hobby. Put some time into it, but not very much. Sure, go ahead. That's great. If you want to like send me a whisper on Twitch, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. It's something that I've thought about for sure, and I do want to actually pay for some at some point, but I'm not going to do it right now, just because I don't want to spend money on this. But if you want to contact me with like a link to some stuff you've done or anything like that, we can talk about prices and probably in a few months, but not right now. I appreciate it greatly. It's just not something that I'm going to spend money on right now, but I have thought about it in the future. So if you want to just like send me your Twitch or not your Twitch, your Twitter or whatever, be happy to take a look and we can chat about it later.
Good job. Now beat me down here by the egg.
Okay, lady. Cool, cool. So send me your Twitter, whatever. X, whatever it is now. I'll check it out. Shit, where did I miss a scout fly? Tight. I don't even think I'm signed into Instagram on this computer. I should use it more than I do. Oh, right there. I missed the first scout flag. I don't know. First tower. I was too busy looking at the birds. Alright, one sec. Take a note of your Instagram and I'll check it out later. What am I missing? 5 cursor orders. Can I get those? Pretty sure I got the ones behind the waterfall. I'm not sure though. I missed those. Oh wow. It is an off night for me. Okay. Where are you from, Teresa Rose? Oh, you're California. Never mind. I'm sorry. Once again, you can ignore me. I am super on top of things today. Definitely a bright day for me. I think I'm just about finished with this area though, so that's cool. Can hit with the fire canyon. Do you enjoy Jak and Daxter streams or just kind of bouncing around everywhere? The soundtrack Call You Here. The album is called Rose. I think that's fun. I'm tired. Did I talk to the uncle? I did. Very nice. Let's go to the Fire Canyon. So I live in like basically a suburb, about 45 minutes south of the main city, and I live kind of on the edge of it, and the suburb I'm in is kind of like isolated, so there's like one main center where all the shops are and everything, and I mean like there's stuff outside of that, but most of everything is kind of in one central spot, and everybody kind of lives progressively further away from that one center spot. So I was going to a store today that would normally take about 10 or 15 minutes to get to. There was an accident on the freeway, and it took me almost an hour instead of 10 minutes. And I had gone while my son was at preschool. It was only a couple hours long. So I planned to go and grab the stuff that I need to get what I wanted to do done. I was going to Lowe's to pick up some stuff to fix the shower. And by the shit, I might die. It's not excessive pressure. It's just a normal amount for the situation. God, I thought I was gonna die. Oh, that would have been everything I did tonight down the drain. I don't know how I pulled that off. I don't think I got everything that I did. Nice. 100% too. I don't have to go back there. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably set up alerts. Thanks for the follow, though. Appreciate it. But yeah, it was just crazy. I was driving out there, and it was so right outside my house. They're trying to do construction on like a major intersection. It's become a major intersection. It was kind of like out of the way before, but it's gotten so big that it needs to be expanded, basically. But it's also like gotten so big that it's hard to shut down. It's gotten so popular. I mean, you know, it's so well used to make, you know, expansions and things like that. So at one point, it's down to a one-lane road, and it is just it's a killer to get through. So at first I thought that my slowdown getting to the store was just basically just due to that. It was due to the fact that like there's a one-lane section of it. I was like, oh, it's backed up farther than normal today. Then I got further away and I was like, it's not getting better. It was like super slow the whole way. It was painful. I got to the point where I called my wife. I was like, because she's working from home. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back to get our kid from preschool. Like, I left just after we dropped him off. I should have had plenty of time, but fortunately I did, just barely. I got what I needed at the store, came back. And by the time I got back, it was like 10 minutes before I would have left to go get him, so I just went straight to the school.
Hang in there, little ones.
Just like sat in the parking lot for 5 minutes. Then went and told a bunch of parents they don't love their kids, so that's great. Nah, not really. I was very tired today, so my normal filters that I have when I'm interacting with like other parents at the school weren't as good as they should have been. And the preschool that I picked up from, there's 2 classrooms. There's like the left side and the right side. There were like 7 of us lined up outside waiting for kids. And the right side opened up their door early, like a couple minutes early, for parents to start getting their kids. Like 1 or 2 grab them, and then it's just at this point a couple more parents trickled in. So it's like still 6 or 7 of us in line, and only the right side's open, and nobody's going up. And it was like, oh, who's getting their kid from the right side? And there was no one. It was just all of us in line still. We're just waiting for the left side to open, which wasn't open yet, to get our kids. And it was like, no for the right side. Like, one of the other parents was like, I guess there's no for the right side. And I was like, yeah, because those parents don't love their kids or anything. It's something about like they don't love their kids. And like it was honestly, it was pretty funny in the moment. Like everybody laughed, and it was a decent joke, but it was the kind of thing where I immediately was like, oh shit, that was not the kind of thing you say like to a bunch of parents you don't know outside your kid's preschool. Like it's probably a little bit too far, but yeah, when I'm tired I do stupid things. I say that like I'm special. I know that's a human trait. I know that's a normal thing. When we're tired, we do dumb shit. Like, it was just, I don't know. It was pretty funny. The way that I told it here on stream was not funny at all. But in real life, everybody clapped. Standing ovation. Some of them started sending money. They asked for my Venmo. True story. That's how I became a millionaire. Today. Alright, now that was just dumb. I'm sorry. Hope you can forgive me. I like going this way better. I don't know why. If I chase in the wrong direction, it's just wrong. Have I sent you the request? No. I have just been playing the game. I haven't sent any requests. The scaffoldings. I'm kind of driving like I'm a little bit impaired tonight. I think it might be about time to call it. Yep. Almost got him. Almost got him. Oh no, they're multiplying. There we go. Alright, well, I will check out your Instagram, and I appreciate you coming and chatting. Hope you have a wonderful night. Stay safe, have a good night, be kind to somebody, and be kind to yourself.